Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Hedera, aka HBAR. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys, please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. And if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way possible, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. But with that being said, let's just dive in real quick. So obviously I mentioned Bitcoin and I mentioned, some altcoin movements in my XRP video from earlier. For those that don't watch my XRP videos, and maybe you guys watch my HBAR videos, that's totally fine. I'll just quickly reiterate exactly what I said. So Bitcoin pretty much, down a little bit. Most altcoins following it closely. I mean, HBAR definitely is one as well. Hit about like 22 cents. We're going to be addressing that real quick on the chart. But I am watching Bitcoin closely still. I still believe that we could see some lower price action on Bitcoin. I'm actually expecting it. I told you guys this. I addressed it. More so going back to those September lows. Here you guys have those September lows, 40.6K. If we do get down to that point that we will retest, then that's totally fine with me. It's also those, even around August lows as well of about 38.1K that I'm waiting for as well. But again, it is all the idea on we need validation or invalidation. Right now it is the weekend, so a lot of things are a little bit up in the air. We do get our weekly candle close, which may be good, may be bad. It's usually 50-50 for the most part. I am watching the indices on Monday, of course. I think that this is a very good thing for all of you to watch. I think that this is a huge warning sign, especially right now, because the Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and even the S&P 500 were fairly rough over Friday. Of course, these do not run in the weekend times. For those who are new to this, maybe you guys don't know about the indices. Essentially, this is just a stock market, if you will. But obviously, these three do not run over the weekend. That's why I am watching these on Monday. I'm going to be watching this very, very closely on Monday because it could allow for a lot more bleed throughout the market. And in terms of HBAR, yes, we are back into my buy demand zone. I think that this is a solid area to really kind of accumulate HBAR, but I do believe that we will come down lower, especially if Bitcoin does continue to reject a little bit. And on Monday it's very, I would say it's probably one of the most important days to watch for in terms of a stock market impulse. But I will say this, we are back to those nice demand zones, and when we are talking about the low that we just printed, it's pretty much the support zones back to August 26th and August 27th before we did go to the all-time high. I do have the golden area that I'm watching for, which is 35 to 40 cents still. I am watching that level closely still, and we do have a long ways to go. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Price action right now is a little bit long and grueling, but it is going to probably range on a little bit longer. We got to remember that from the all-time high currently, which is of course back in September, to our current price, it is about 149 days. So I'm still awaiting further confirmation on our bullish price action move, and I am watching Bitcoin and the indices closely. So with all that in mind, let's move on and let's talk about some exciting things. So first off, Hedera is carbon negative. How is HBAR slipping under the radar? For those that didn't, see this, video, this is from Uber. They're basically, they want to start accepting crypto, but they want to accept it once it becomes environmentally friendly. And I know what everyone is about to say. Trust me, we're going to talk about it. Let's just listen closely.
Any chance of Uber accepting Bitcoin in the future? Are you having conversations about this internally? Like, could it happen someday?
It definitely could. We're having conversations all the time. I think right now what we see with Bitcoin and some of the other cryptos that they are quite valuable as a store of value. The exchange mechanism is expensive. It's not great for the environment. As the exchange mechanism becomes less expensive, becomes more environmentally friendly, I think you will see us lean into crypto a little bit more. So we're absolutely watching it. And if you say, is Uber going to accept crypto in the future? Absolutely.
And the funny thing about this is further, this is further in the idea that HBAR is severely overlooked. HBAR is still under the radar, right? It's something that these companies are just not realizing yet. But that's exactly why we are positioned in this. This is exactly why we are invested early in HBAR. We also see here the UCL CBT, report on the energy usage of blockchains is referenced in this article. It falls short is in not mentioning, Hedera HBAR as being the most efficient DLT. Can someone let the WWF know there is a way to do NFTs in a sustainable way? We do see here the WWF drops NFTs following environmental criticism. And I'm actually going to be talking about Energy Web Token later on today, because there's so many incredible assets within this space that are environmentally friendly, that are, sustainable. HBAR, carbon negative. I don't understand what is going on. I mean, these major, companies and major, I just don't see a reason to overlook assets like HBAR. I get it. Like, everybody's kind of centered around Bitcoin, around Ethereum, around this, whatever. In my opinion, HBAR is one of the most incredible opportunities for a lot of these companies. I look back in time, right? Top 5 global utility, EDF, joins Hedera Governing Council. Best part about this, first council member from the utility industry joins council to pursue DLT opportunities as part of mission to build a net zero energy future. This is what we want to see. And they are talking about, of course, combating climate change. EDF has undertaken to produce increasingly low carbon electricity and achieve carbon neutrality by 2050. And of course, this is all with the help of Hedera. So in my opinion, when we are talking about HBAR, when we're talking about, carbon negative and carbon neutral or sustainable assets, these major companies, these major, organizations are overlooking Hedera and not mentioning it at all. It's just comical, to say the least. And if they do mention it, they never mentioned, the sustainability factors. Also, talking about EDF, I want you to all understand that EDF is getting closer and closer to their mission because of Hedera. They are Britain's biggest generator of zero carbon electricity. We're working 24/7 to help us reach, net zero carbon emissions as well. And of course, this is a huge company. I want you to all pay attention to EDF. I've talked to you guys about, what they're basically building with Hedera. Also, Energy Web Token plays a huge key role with EDF as well. Make sure to take a look at, Energy Web Token as well, because EWT is going to be doing incredibly well as well. I just said as well like so many times. But you can really see who the supplier is. The main giant here is EDF. They do see 37,968 gigawatts an hour of zero carbon electricity generated. 32.4% of overall zero carbon electricity generation as well in 2020. So this is a huge company. This is one of the biggest companies within this space. And again, it's furthering the idea that Hedera is focused on carbon neutrality and carbon net zero. We also see here Dentons, right? I'm sure that you've all heard about Dentons. Dentons is doing incredibly well for themselves in terms of major areas: grow, protect, operate, finance. This is Dentons, right? It's designed to be different. The challenges that our clients are navigating and the opportunities they are advancing are changing at an accelerating pace. We are a law firm that embraces change and can help you grow, protect, operate, and finance your organization. This is a huge company, right? We see here, we are global with offices in more than 200 locations across 80 countries. We are the largest firm in the world with more than 20,000 people around the world. We offer clients talent, from diverse backgrounds, with a depth and breadth of experience that no other law firm can match. This is a huge firm, okay? Best part about it is, what are they focused on with Hedera? This goes back to 2020, so they've been working with them for a while now. Dent aims to leverage council membership to build expertise in DLT while exploring use cases for Hedera Hashgraph in asset tokenization, fundraising, and smart legal contract deployment. This is exactly what we want to see in terms of tokenization, and of course with the Hedera token service. Asset tokenization is going to be huge. Fundraising and smart legal contract deployment, it's going to be pretty big as well, but not as huge as tokenization. Pay attention to these major use cases. Also, Zane, right? 7 countries across the Middle East and Africa. 48.4 million total active customers. 7,500 total employees as well. Guys, this is a huge company. Best part about Zane is they are working with Hedera, right? A regional first, Zane Group joins Hedera Governing Council to create a safer, fairer, and more secure internet. This goes back to 2020, by the way, I mind you. And we even see here, council membership provides Zane first-hand exposure to cutting-edge and secure technologies in blockchain and wider distributed ledger technology space, driving innovation, e-commerce, and B2B across the region. And I want you to all understand that when we are talking about this, this is all for use around building the next major, thing. This is trusted applications with, of course, at the heart of it, sustainability, scalability, even, security. Security is the biggest, thing here. We even here, we feel a purpose of joining, the Hedera Governing Council, which has numerous blue chip innovation-driven organizations, all interested in driving the development of blockchains and the wider DLT space, which we have already noted has phenomenal potential. Council membership provides Zane first-hand exposure to cutting-edge technologies, and this is all talking about the e-commerce and B2B across the region as well, which of course we know are huge markets. I want you to all pay attention to things like this because this is the idea that companies are warming up to Hedera, right? They've already warmed up to Hedera in the past. The funny thing about what we see currently is the solidification that Hedera is still under the radar. The world is not ready for HBAR. When people find out about what Hedera is doing, when they find out that it is carbon negative, when Hedera is the most sustainable and the utilized DOT in this space, when these companies like Uber, Microsoft already knows about Hedera, but in general, when we're talking about like Uber and these major companies out there that are looking for the next major big thing in terms of environmentally friendly crypto, when they find out about HBAR, it's going to be a massive shift throughout this entire market. We're going to see HBAR making the spotlight. It has not made the spotlight headlines yet. Yeah, sure, we see announcements of GC members and stuff like that, but for the most part, Hedera is not a leading name in this space currently, but we will see that change drastically very, very soon. And the reason why I say that is because we are seeing, sustainability being spotlighted this year for crypto. So with all of that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this video. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.